Here's a tutorial on how to use GPT if your prompt is too big. You might get this error. The message you submitted was too long. Please reload the conversation and submit something shorter. There is a site, chatgptsplitterDcom. Here, if you paste in a long prompt, here I'm pasting in two files and comparing them. You can also upload files. It will break them up into chunks, and it auto adds this part. I didn't do this. Act like a document loader until you load and remember content of the next text and documents, and then it adds its own syntax: start chunk total, end chunk total. And then at the end, it says, I will send you multiple messages. For each message, reply OK, chunk X of total. Don't reply anything else. Don't explain the text. Let's begin. So the very beginning chunk has exactly that. So instead of this error message, let's go to me doing that. Here, I copied and pasted the first chunk, act like a document loader, start chunk 1 of 6. And then I was comparing, this was what I typed. I have two data dictionaries I would like to compare. The first is a CSV file, blah, 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 pasted below. It goes until the end and it says, okay, chunk 1 of 1. You see my first chunk ended with end chunk 1 of 6, reply okay, don't reply anything else. Then I pasted the second part, start chunk 2 of 6. It actually did okay until chunk 5. So here it is, okay, chunk 2 of 6. I pasted chunk 3. I pasted chunk 4. And here it's saying, okay, chunk 4 of 6. I pasted chunk 5. And then it didn't follow the directions, interestingly. Maybe its memory was somewhat full. So it ended with end chunk 5 of 6. Don't reply to anything else. Don't explain the text, just like the other ones. But it started to explain the text. I stopped its explanation, and then I said, I just pasted in the last chunk, chunk 6 of 6. And after that, it was back on track. Okay, chunk 6 of 6, and then I started asking questions. Please tell me about any discrepancies between the two files. It gave me some generic differences, like the CSV JSON differences, but then it also gave me things that I was interested in, like headers and linkers that didn't match. So that made me think of other things, and I said, okay, in the JSON file, does the link ID not match the code, which is usually the same? And it gave me a bunch of examples where they didn't match. So street address or street with double underscores address line. So that was good to know. And then the thing I was actually interested in, give me a list where the headers from the CSV do not match the link IDs in the JSON file. That's specifically what I was investigating. So it gave me first a list of CSV headers, followed by JSON file link IDs. So this would take, many days by a human to go through these two files and look at them. So when you have large files or large prompts, that link is useful. I'll also note that for the threshold that you're allowed to do, it's based on the user input you give to GPT and its response. So if you were pasting in 15 pages and asking for 15 pages of response, that would be 30 pages worth. I was actually trying to paste in something below what I thought its limit would be, and I still got that error. Maybe it was trying to give a large response. I don't know quite why I hit that, but anyway, hopefully that's a useful resource.